BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
U.S. President Donald Trump is set to arrive in South Korea today, Wednesday, for a pivotal meeting with President Lee Jae Myung. The much-anticipated summit, however, is shadowed by persistent deadlocks in trade negotiations concerning a staggering $350 billion deal, raising concerns about the potential for significant diplomatic friction following his departure from Tokyo, where he secured a notable rare earths agreement with Japan's new Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi. The U.S. leader's itinerary includes addressing a gathering of chief executive officers and engaging in crucial discussions with President Lee in the historic city of Gyeongju, the host of this year's annual APEC summit. Central to these talks is the Unresolved Trade Accord, a pact initially announced in August that offered Seoul a reprieve from the harshest U.S. tariffs in exchange for a commitment to invest $350 billion in the American economy. Yet, South Korean officials have voiced strong reservations, arguing that a direct cash infusion could destabilize their national economy and advocating instead for loans and loan guarantees as a more viable alternative. Sources on both sides suggest that a definitive agreement is unlikely to be reached during this summit. In the interim, South Korea's automotive sector, including major manufacturers like Hyundai and Kia, continues to grapple with a substantial 25% tariff on vehicles, placing them at a significant competitive disadvantage compared to Japanese and European counterparts, who face a less burdensome 15% levy. Beyond trade, President Trump is also expected to press South Korea on increased defense spending, a long-standing point of contention. Additionally, discussions are anticipated regarding coordinated efforts to engage North Korea. This comes on the same day North Korea announced the previous day's test firing of a nuclear-capable cruise missile, a development that adds another layer of urgency to regional security concerns. President Trump has repeatedly expressed his desire for a direct meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, even hinting at the possibility during his current trip, though Pyongyang has remained conspicuously silent. On a separate but related front, South Korea has been seeking modifications to U.S. immigration laws to facilitate the entry of more workers, a move intended to support the construction of factories within the United States. President Lee, who assumed office in June, shared a cordial initial meeting with President Trump in August, but bilateral relations encountered a significant bump in September following a raid on a Hyundai motor battery plant in Georgia. The detention of over 300 South Koreans during this operation ignited widespread outrage and a sense of profound betrayal among South Korean citizens and officials. President Lee has publicly stated that companies may be hesitant to invest in the U.S. going forward, unless the visa system undergoes improvements, emphasizing that without such changes, establishing manufacturing facilities in America could present severe disadvantages or become prohibitively difficult for South Korean enterprises, leaving them to question the very feasibility of such investments. The South Korean segment of President Trump's Asian tour starkly contrasts with his experience in Japan, where the Japanese government has actively worked to fulfill its commitment of $550 billion in investments as part of a prior trade agreement. During a dinner with business leaders in Tokyo, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick announced commitments totaling up to $490 billion. President Trump appeared to forge a strong rapport with Prime Minister Takaichi, a protege of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, whom President Trump had previously described as a favorite. Earlier this week, President Trump was accompanied by Prime Minister Takaichi as he addressed U.S. troops aboard an aircraft carrier and subsequently unveiled several major energy and technology projects slated for American development, to be financed by Japan. President Trump's arrival in Gyeongju precedes a highly anticipated meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping scheduled for Thursday. Negotiators from the world's two largest economies reached a framework agreement on Sunday aimed at temporarily pausing steeper American tariffs and Chinese restrictions on rare earth exports, according to U.S. officials, a development that propelled Asian stock markets to record highs. Meanwhile, Taiwan's Foreign Minister Lin Chia-lung expressed on Tuesday that he was not concerned about President Trump potentially abandoning the island during his upcoming discussions with President Xi. Since assuming the presidency in January, President Trump's stance on Taiwan has shown notable fluctuations as he navigates the pursuit of a trade deal with Beijing. President Trump has indicated that President Xi has assured him that Taiwan would not be invaded during his tenure. Yet President Trump has yet to approve any new U.S. arms sales to Taipei, leaving the situation in a state of ongoing uncertainty.